So, you know,
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's like we see already that MSI kind of dominate the game because we see Empire switching lanes all the time. We started off with a dual lane top, and then I don't know. It's really then Empire just switching the lanes to somehow deal with it and somehow get something out of it. And if we look at the gold experience, it's basically already very much, well, it's not huge, but it's already there.
yeah, it's already there.
There's already a
2,000
gap.
gold 8 minutes into the game. I mean, that's a lot of gold 8 minutes into a game. Usually you don't see that kind of deficit off the bat.
Yeah, and it's also the XP, difference is
Yeah,
pretty big.
roaming takes its charge. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But if you pull off the kills, that is the point of roaming, is pulling off kills. And if we two to two now, that doesn't work out.
Yeah,
So
8 minutes in, 2 kills. It's, on average every 4 minutes. That's a lot of time between kills.
yeah,
So we're
especially.
gonna have to see, where this ends up going. I mean, we do have a good cycle. We do have MSI, 4 heroes down here now with an invisible Witch Slayer, just to come down
But
here
I
using that level
tell you one,
advantage to his.
yeah. But I tell you one thing: if they let Pestilence free farm top, which they are, there's not even an attempt to gank him. But if they let him farm up, and he's got a steam boost ready right now, and if he picks up a really early portal key, that is gonna be that's gonna be so devastating for Empire Gaming. They're not, it's gonna be really hard to make up for him.
In regards to those early boots, I mean, as you said, an early portal key would do really well for him, but he did take the time to get those boots first. I mean, he hasn't even gone anything with the Iron Buckler or any kind of power supply, because, I mean, as you said, he's free farming, there's no competition. But he did take the time to get the boots, and more importantly, the money. I mean, the money for boots is 1,500-ish, and that could have been right there, early portal keys so quick.
Yeah, but he's like, he's well, we see Magnus going down mid.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Because the Andromeda go
the
down too.
oh yeah, sorry. No, the point is with the early boots, it's like he's not pressurized at anything, and his team, like, they're not struggling without him, and so if he can get the farm up, because Pestilence is not like the most awesome farmer in the game, and it's always good to give him as much free farm and farm as he can get. So if he can get boots and his portal key up, he's that's definitely the way to go, especially as they're not pressurizing him at all. They're just completely ignoring him.
Mm-hmm.
Empire, for some reason, I don't know why. Well,
Well, they're busy
but
with
I
the
love
other
to see a
lanes.
Pestilence.
They're trying to shut down the farmers at this point. And as you said, Pestilence isn't the best farmer. So he's not like a Soul Steward with those demon hands, just rakes in the money, no problem. Pushes the lane, gets the towers. No, Pestilence is just going to be sitting here, denying and last hitting and basically
Yeah.
not moving. As you said, yes, it's getting him the gold, but at the same time, he's hardly a super threat at this stage in the game.
No, he's not. But if you get, Pestilence is strong, and his initiation is really strong. He can gank so well, and he can put out quite a bit of a DPS, especially with that with his ultimate. When that gets up, the ammo reduction is really nice. For it, I believe that works out really well for the Hellborn here, with the Pestilence farming out top, and I think he will farm a farmer's portal key, and he's pretty close to it right now. He's basically got it.
2000, yeah, 2150 right there. He's probably just gonna go pick it up in a few moments.
Yeah, gonna pick it up, and then he can make an impact onto the game. I mean,
Mhm.
he's not a hard carrier stuff, but with this initiation and portal key and stuff, can really put some nice emphasis. Not emphasis, but he can affect the game very well in the
Mhm.
favor of MSI.
Andromeda getting trapped in the forest by both a body block and a toxin ward. So I mean, I guess they saw her down there and just went in for the easy kill. Not much you can do about that. There is indeed a portal key now sitting pretty on Pestilence. I guess it's a personal preference. I mean, if you're not being pressured, I would have went for the bigger item first myself. But here comes the response down south. Magmus getting miniaturized after that stun. Looks like a curse going down. I don't think that's going to do really anything to him. Voodoo Jester is going to get ticked off by Dark Lady. Tempest ult coming out, level 7. Say goodnight to that Witch Slayer, but Portal Key Pestilence coming down. Going to be showing off the power of his farm as that takes out... Who did he take out? Tempest with that stun. So there you go. Maybe now they're going to be regretting letting him farm a little bit like that.
Yeah, they are. They are gonna regret letting him farm. I promise you that.
Yeah, the mid to late
I,
game initiation he can offer is just outstanding.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It is huge, and especially because it's not even in the middle of the late game. He's got it. It's like 13 minutes in,
Yep.
and he's got his portal key and steam boots. That's really, really early, and it's not like as bad as if like a Dark Lady would get a 50-minute rune axe or a 13-minute rune axe, but it is definitely nothing that you want to happen.
Well, take a look at the gold per minute. We do have, Pestilence leading the pack there, about 335, but close behind him is No Tail with that Witch Slayer. So both the solo farm lanes have got easily kept up their gold per minute. The only person close to that is, of course, Soulsteer, and, well, double Demon Hands, triple Demon Hands just annihilates creep waves.
Yeah, but if Soul Student doesn't get good form, there's something wrong. But we see it now. Like, this game, really, this, I'm hating to say this, but what we've seen the entire game is, Empire just trying to adjust to whatever MSI is doing. Like, they tried to cope with it, and they changed around a lot, and all they did, it didn't work out, and they're really like, now, for 14 minutes into the game, they had 5k experience behind and 4k gold. So I'm not gonna say this game is over, but MSI definitely are in the advantage here.
Yeah, early game advantage, can't even concede yet, but you're right. I mean, about roughly 5,000 experience, 4,000 gold, 14 minutes in. I mean, it is a good advantage. And here's a little bit to illustrate that advantage. I didn't notice this at first, but Witch Slayer does have a portal key as well.
Yeah, that's okay. That is not a debatable pickup here, but it's definitely good. Portal keys and a lot of portal keys are always good because you can just the element of surprise in ganks, and especially also in team fights, the immediate follow-up is always ridiculously powerful.
Just right there.
Portal keys are just so good.
Witch Slayer portal keyed right onto
there we
Magnus,
go.
gets off the graveyard miniaturization silver bullet. Nope, it's down. I guess, did he use it? He looks like he just used it. So this could go backwards for him. Well, Soulsteer gonna clean that up. Witch Slayer down. And Magnus down, and oh, this Repulsor, that's a nice tricky spot right in those trees. I like that.
That was nice.
That was good.
Yeah, that was indeed nice. But they got a really mobile team if you look at it right now. They they have they not mobile, but they have a lot of like fast movement into team fights with Pestilence and Whistle having the portal key, and Dr. Repulsor with his ultimate being also very quick. So they have no problem with follow up whatsoever.
See, with the addition of flight to Pestilence, that's why I'm thinking about the steam boots early, because he has that extra movement speed from flight plus the portal key if he gets it first. So I would have assumed he would have gotten the boots second, but that's just me.
But
that's what I was
you don't get steam boots for the speed, because then you would get ghost marches. You don't get steam boots for the speed, you get them for survivability reasons, and the tank strength definitely can help out at this stage in the game, make him survive just that much longer.
Woo, crazy fight in the middle there with Unique Phaser Soulsteer actually getting away with that. Well, I might be speaking too soon, but it looks like he got away with that. And as well, Repulsor, Slither, and Witch Slayer also getting away. Although Slither I don't think was part of that fight. I think he was off farming. But yeah, that was some interesting portal key and ganking maneuvers there. Just to cut in.
But if you look at the Hellborn, they also got a really portal key heavy team. You got portal keys basically core on Soul Zero, on Tempest, and on Magnus. Then you have Dark Lady with a Charging Strike, so she can get in there really quickly. And you can well, it's not gonna happen that Andromeda's gonna pick up a portal key.
Probably
but
not.
She could. That's really what. No, it's not. It is not gonna happen. She's never gonna get the farm for that one.
Good times. Yeah, well, Andromeda could theoretically get it if she was dominating for some silly reason, but I don't quite see that happening in this bracket.
It's not gonna happen. It's like if she was KSing with the Comet all the time or stuff like that, she probably could get it, but it's really not worth it. Like getting a portal key on your Andromeda, it's not that great.
No, not super awesome at any rate. So we do have some double-digit levels coming out. We got Pestilence sitting there pretty at 11 to answer a Soulsteer who's at 10. And I mean, the experience difference at this point, even the gold difference, is still widening ever so slightly in favor of MSI. I mean, we're almost approaching that 6,000 experience mark, the 5,000 gold mark, approaching.
Yeah. And also, interestingly enough, is that Dark Lady, she's nowhere near her Rune Axe, and if she can't pick up Rune Axe, you know, basically useless. We're 17 minutes in. She you know, should be working on it to get it at least before the 25-minute mark, because otherwise she's gonna be like, she's gonna be behind where she should be.
She went
Most definitely.
Ring of the Teacher? Other than a Gnome's Wisdom and an Abyssal Skull, that should not really be too much of a pickup for her at all.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
I guess she's not going for
especially
Rundax.
finishing. Yeah. But there's no other items she could go for, really. Like, there's not another item. I mean, there are heroes that don't rely 100% on the Rundax, like Kronos or Swiftblade, but Dark Lady, she needs to get that Rundax. Otherwise, she's useless.
Yeah, the
Seriously.
mana regen plus the auto attacks from the charge just, you know, spins. It almost acts like a free spin. I mean,
Yep.
So yeah, she can easily clean up a lot of creep waves with that, get up a lot of farm. But I mean, at this point, I don't even see the beginning works of it, other than, I mean,
Yeah,
a
that's
Ring of
what
the
I
Teacher.
said. We're like 90 minutes nearly into the game, and she's not even picked up a part of it yet.
Yeah, that's not going to bode very well. What also won't bode very well is a Congo kill for MSI, as that is exactly what they're doing. There is no ward support whatsoever here. Just making sure, yeah, for this alliance, I almost said alliance, Legion side, but I think this is going to be a totally blind Congo kill to them.
Yeah, that's it, definitely. And you know, Congo, 20 minutes in. Nice. Pestilence picking up that token. He's also finished his Blood Chalice, which is a great item for him. I mean,
Anyone's
now he's
strength
got-
is just a great item
yeah,
for
okay.
her.
Okay, we can, like Smog said, we can do the OP, you know, Blood Chalice counter. And look how many Blood Chalices there are in this game yet.
What, Pestilence? We got one on
Magmus.
Soulsteer
that's
does
it.
not
It's only
have one.
2. Oh my
Yep,
god.
only 2 so far. Okay, Empire Scandal picking up Life Tube, so maybe he will be making amends to that Rundax. But it's, I mean, earliest he can get it at his point of farm right now. I mean, he's only sitting at 200 gold a minute. I mean, what, 30-minute mark, 35-minute mark?
Yeah, and that's way too late for him, especially for Scandal. You know, Scandal being that great carry play he is, he shouldn't, you know, he knows that he needs to get that up. And we see Pestilence making great use of that, you know, the portal key. So does Witch Slayer now.
Tempest showing us his own portal key as he grabs 2 heroes in there, does not get stunned, gets the full duration off. But I don't know, we need a Soulsteer ult, but he just used it. Going to be cleaning up at least 2 kills here, 2 for 2 exchange, and portal keys all around, just lots of portal keys. Pestilence going to clean up this Andromeda. Come on! Yep, good, but he's probably going to go down to Soulsteer here. Oh, not today. Power supply going to be saving him. And that's it, I guess. Dark Lady is going to get out of there, no problem. Witch Slayer did not get the graveyard off. And did Magmus die? Magmus is down bottom.
No, he didn't die. Well, he's having a good time down the bottom.
I thought he was up
doesn't
top for some reason. Okay, there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, no casters saw that. Yeah, poor Witch Slayer. We saw that. We did. I got my eyes on you.
okay.
Good times. Alright, so 12-9. Experience and gold lead has kind of been decimated a little bit. Just a little bit. So, if we can get some more farm like that.
It's basically stable.
Yeah.
It's basically stable.
But the idea is
Gotta
you
say
want to
that,
keep
I mean-
diminishing it until you start taking the lead. So, you know, a few more fights where they can start taking advantage. And, you know, maybe we'll have a good comeback game on our hands.
Yeah, well, they have a very strong team fight team. You know, if they can combo some of those ultimates together, then, you know, they definitely got a chance of coming back. Especially, you know, with the Tempest ultimate and the synergy in between Tempest, Soulstealer, and Magmus, you got those 3 massive ultimates, so you can, you know, always kind of come back with that.
Late game potential.
Yeah, and like late game potential, they got a lot more as well, because Dr. Repulsor, he's decent late game, especially if you can get a lot of farm. So is Pestilence, kind of that semi-carry kind of type, but they're nothing compared to a farmed Dark Lady. But as it looks, she's not. Oh, she finished her Sustainer, so 22 minutes in.
We'll keep an eye on that. Yeah. Alright, so I do believe the portal key count is up to 4. We got 2 apiece now. One on Tempest, Soulsteer, the other on Pestilence and Witch Slayer. And
They probably decided that the Blood Chalice is not OP enough anymore, so they gotta all pick up portal keys instead.
wow, they're a consistent